Hello guys, this is Christian at Ultimate CN. Today, I'm going to be fixing a katana. So, the story about this katana in particular, it's not too special, but this is one that I bought at a karate competition. It's not the greatest, but I find it rather good. I like it. But yesterday, and just yesterday, this handle over here that I have started going a little bit wobbly at the top. And then today it broke off. So today I'm going to be fixing it and putting it back together using some contact adhesive and some Loctite. Yes, that is correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the handle, and they have given us a washer that I'm going to put on the bottom of the handle here, because there is a hole in which you stick the bottom of the blade through. So for this, we are going to need our Loctite. Oh, it's quite tough. And we are only going to put just a little bit on the bottom of this washer. And then I'm going to spread it around. Of course, I'm using the gel here. Okay, once we are done with that, we have to quickly, not too quickly, line this up with the handle and stick it on. Then we have to hold it there for a few seconds. I'm just going to move the blade a little bit up here. Okay, that seems good enough. Now, I'm going to stick this nut that they have given us here onto the washer. I just have to make sure I have the correct side. And for that, I'm going to take the end of my katana here, and I'm going to put the nut over to make sure I have the correct side. Now I know which side is correct. I'm going to take it back off, put the katana up here. From here, I'm going to put some Loctite again on the outer rim of the nut. I'm trying to be very careful here so I don't get any Loctite on my fingers. Because if you do, you're most likely going to have to rip them apart. So I'm going to set the Loctite to one side. I'm going to put the nut on the washer, again lining them up. Just like that. I hope you can see it well. We're going to wait for these to dry. Then we're going to move on. Now that this has mostly dried, I'm going to take the pommel and I'm going to get some contact adhesive, which I told you about slightly earlier, and I'm going to apply some to the inside of the pommel. I'm also going to be putting some contact adhesive on the outside of the handle. Because for those of you that do not know, contact adhesive has to have at least two surfaces covered in contact adhesive in order to stick properly. And we have to wait about 4 to 5 minutes for it to dry a little bit, or harden, shall I say, in order for it to stick properly. So I'm smearing some on the bottom of the handle so that I can wait for this to dry. And I'm going to rest that over here. Then I'm going to put some on the inside of the pommel. This is the tricky part. So you don't want to put too much, but you also don't want to put too little. Because if you put too much, then you're just gonna waste. But if you put too little, that's when the trouble comes in. And tell me in the comments if anybody else thinks this looks like snot. Once you have finished applying the contact adhesive, let these dry for 4 to 5 minutes, and we are going to move on. So I'm going to put on my watch here a 5-minute stop timer. There we go. I'll keep my eye on that just for now. It's over there. Now we are going to move on to the actual blade. We have these two parts over here that go right over here and over here. So I'm going to slide them over just like this. Make sure I line it up properly. Just like that. Now I'm going to slide the handguard over, making sure I line it up as well with the edge of the blade. There we go. Now I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to wait until my contact adhesive has finished drying. Well, hardening. Then I will come back to you, and we can go from there. So now, just before it reaches 5 minutes, I am going to quickly put the bottom of the blade inside the handle. Okay, now that I have put the end of the blade into the handle, I can put the pommel on. And there we go. That is my sword done. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please consider subscribing and drop a like. Thank you very much. Bye.